Welcome back to Sex Talk. I'm Dr. Leah. Let's get right to the next question.
Here's a question from a mother of 4 who wants advice about sex after childbirth. She writes, I'm in my late 30s and a year postpartum. I constantly feel the urge to pee during sex. Is there any way to stop this?
Well, this is really common in women who give birth vaginally, and 1 year isn't really all that bad. Some women actually experience it all the way up until 5 years. This is really common in women over 35. So what happens here is the bladder and the pelvis muscles become weakened during childbirth. So the uterus will try to shrink back to its normal size, which causes repeated compressions on the bladder. There are a couple things you can do that'll help. So losing some weight can ease the pressure on the bladder and the pelvic floor. Reducing any drinks that cause the bladder to contract more than what's necessary. So for example, carbonated drinks, alcohol, caffeine, although recent research is showing that that doesn't have the diuretic effect that we once thought. Quitting tobacco use as if you need an excuse to stop smoking. Nicotine causes the muscles of the bladder to spasm, and it also can lead to a chronic cough, causing that I need to pee feeling even more. But don't stop drinking water thinking that it'll end your need to urinate. You're just gonna end up dehydrated and potentially getting a UTI. So there are some exercises you can do. Kegel exercises can help strengthen the pelvic floor, and you could even use those with weights. Or if you're not comfortable, you could stop the flow of urine by squeezing the muscles tightly whenever you're going to the bathroom, and that'll help control the bladder. Additionally, try to schedule your bathroom breaks. Try to stretch it out a little bit more and increase that tolerance gradually if you need a little more natural response. If not, there are certain prescription medications that can definitely slow down an overactive bladder. There's also a pessary, which is this little small silicone ring that's designed to stop the flow from a woman's urethra. And if all else fails, there are definitely surgical methods that can help. All right, next question.
Here's a question that a lot of people have. I want to amp up my sex drive naturally. What foods will help?
I get this question all the time. So there's a lot of myths related to this. First and foremost, phallic-shaped fruits and vegetables are not gonna help. So there's nothing to that banana or that cucumber, none of that. I've also had people ask me about watermelon. Now there is citrulline in watermelon that can be converted to arginine, which is a conditionally essential amino acid that dilates blood vessels. However, this is typically only found in the rind of the watermelon, and most of us aren't eating that. I've also had people ask about asparagus that does have folate or B9, which is great in the production of histamine. Most of us tend to think of that in terms of causing allergies, but this also can trigger orgasm. Even today, someone asked me actually about strawberries' bright red color and enticing taste and whether or not that could increase sexual functioning or sex drive. The reality is it's just not true. Pesticides can infiltrate the fruit skin and can mimic that estrogenic feel. So you don't have to worry about that with things like bananas or oranges, but any fruit where pesticides could get in, I would be cautious of. I've also had people ask about chili peppers due to capsaicin. That can help blood flow. Pumpkin seeds have magnesium, which could increase testosterone. Dark chocolate could increase dopamine levels slightly. The main food I hear about is oysters, which have iron, tyrosine, zinc, actually 373% of your daily value of zinc. And that helps in sperm motility, but that doesn't really help in overall sexual functioning or sex drive. So you can supplement arginine, or you could just eat it directly, fish, poultry, soy, whole grains, beans, whatever. Same thing with B9, you could also just supplement it, comes in cereals. But really the best bet would be to turn towards supplements like maca or horny goat reed. Those have research behind it to indicate that they're actually helping far better than any food.
If you have a question for Dr. Leah, please send an email to questions@allhealthtv.com. Find out more about sex talk. Go to askdrleah.com.